The great overland adventure comes to a close. The cars arrive back in Pune. We get our hands on the entire Aston Martin range in the UK. Up close for a detailed chat with the designer of the Skoda Kodiaq. And it's round 2 of the Indian National Rally Championship in Nashik. So welcome to a brand new episode of CNB. I'm Siddharth Vinayak Patankar. The Great Overland Adventure, or the GLA Adventure as we've called it for over a year now, has finally come to an end. It's bittersweet for me because it's been an incredible journey, one that I couldn't possibly have imagined we would ever even have the chance to undertake. And here we are, a year down the line, almost all of the world covered. 6 continents, 50,000 kilometers. I can't begin to tell you what it's been, and now that it's over, it's like a piece of me has been cut out, and that's why we are here today at the Mercedes-Benz India headquarters, where the journey started and where it has now come to a close. You saw a little glimpse of that homecoming. Take a look at how it's been, the festivities here as these 2 cars drove into the plant for the final time.
The Great Overland Adventure has completed its massive and unbelievable journey around the world and returned to India. After flagging off from the Mercedes-Benz plant in Chakan a year ago, the GLA Adventure covered 32 countries on 6 continents and traversed 50,000 kilometers before returning to the same place. This has been a first for India and for Indian media. We are very proud of our 2 road warriors as they were driven into the plant gate, the GLA in the lead with Siddharth at the wheel and flagged in by the Mercedes-Benz India boss MD Roland Folger. A reception followed with all of Mercedes-Benz India's management and pan-India dealers in attendance. We can't wait to embark on yet another adventure, but remember to catch the finale this Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. on NDTV Prime.
From the GLA Adventure, we move on to Aston Martin. Now, it's a brand we don't always get a lot from because it is niche, not just in India, but everywhere in the world. So it's a rare opportunity when the entire fleet from that company is opened up to us. Cyrus Dabur was in the UK to get his hands on all of them.
Aston Martin. The name is enough to bring you images of the exotic, fast, sexy cars and of course James Bond. The niche British brand has limited sales in India and hence we don't always get access to its cars. and we were invited here to Millbrook, one of the most legendary test circuits and test facilities for brand new cars. We were quite excited. And what we have here today is a great collection of Astons. The DB9 GT, one of the last DB9s made, the V12 Vantage S, which is very, very loud, the V8 Vantage convertible and coupe pair, and of course the phenomenal V12 Vanquish. And we're going to drive all of these today. First up, going as fast as we could in a straight line. Jumping into the white DB9 GT and then the quicker bright blue V12 Vantage S and gunning it down the main straight might look easy, but hitting a crosswind at over 250 km per hour is quite scary. Thank God for the massive brakes that come on these cars then. We're at the mile straight and we just did 150 miles an hour. Having gone quick on the straights, it was time to hit the famous Millbrook high-speed bowl. And this time, it was the stunning Vanquish that we chose as our steed. Now, driving on the bowl isn't easy either. There are speeds that you could hold steady in each of the lanes and let the angle of the road do the turning. 160 km per hour does the trick in the fast lane. But where's the fun in that? We were in the Vanquish, and so after a few minutes of responsible driving, we let the taps open. And it's not only the speed that impresses, it is also the sound that this V12 makes. Listen to this! Impressive, isn't it? Now that we had our speed fix of the day, it was time to see how these low-slung sports cars can tackle driving in tight urban conditions. No, we didn't quite get to drive the lovely Vantage Volante across central London, but the tight and twisty urban course here certainly makes it interesting to see how these cars can handle being thrown around at low speeds. And then it came to face Millbrook's crown jewel, the Alpine handling course. Remember that scene from Casino Royale when James Bond flips the Aston Martin DBS to save the girl? This is where that was shot, and trust us when we say this, although much shorter, this circuit could give the Nürburgring a run for its money. And we had to tackle it in a V8 Vantage S with a manual gearbox. Corner after corner, the Aston pushed on, with the tail stepping out just about enough to make you feel proud of yourself. And although we did have all four wheels up in the air quite briefly on the jump, it was pretty terrifying. So we've come to the end of our playdate with all these Aston Martins here at Millbrook. And as you can see, with all these bug squashes in front of this Vanquish, we've been going very, very fast, and we definitely had a lot of fun.
Time for a short break here on the Car and Bike Show. We come back with our chat with Josef Kaban, the head of design at Skoda. Keep watching. Welcome back to CNB. Last week on the program, we brought you a look at the Skoda Kodiaq. It was quite the great world premiere because it's a very important model for Skoda, and it looks really exciting for our market too. Now, while we'll have to wait a few months for the car to drive in, I decided to get the opportunity while I was at the launch to also have a chat with the head of Skoda Design on just how that car was evolved in terms of how it looks and how its cabin has been designed to offer a lot of space, a lot of convenience and a lot of style. It is the Czech company's attempt to garner some of the share and attention in one of the world's fastest growing segments, compact SUVs. The Kodiaq isn't what you would traditionally call compact, yet this is not a Hulk. Its smart proportions belie the rather big cabin though, and yes, it has 3-row seating. The car boasts connectivity and technology with everything from apps to control information, wireless phone charging, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, etc. Let's see how much of that makes it to the Indian spec model next year.
So an important day, no doubt, for Skoda, and an important day for this man. Mr. Josef Kaban doesn't need any introduction. We've had him on our show several times. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
And
welcome.
Firstly, big congratulations, because so much anticipation around this car. I don't have to tell you about it. The whole idea of doing this segment, take us back to where it all began. What were the few things that you had to keep in mind straight away from the beginning?
I mean, for us was clear it's have to be big. It's something very, very important for us. Of course, we wanted that it still stay clear Skoda, but with own special character.
So two things immediately from what you said. When you say it has to be big, how big did it? I mean, it could be bigger, right? So that's one. And the second, when you say true to Skoda, when we saw the concept car, and I asked you this with the previous concepts, I asked you this at the Superb debut as well. Is it now still a challenge for you to translate some of that language into the production model?
It is always a challenge. I mean, you know, even when the things looks kind of simple and looks attractive, it's always very, let's say, complicated work behind, because by all the steps, it's always the question of which direction or which decision you take. For us, it was very important to still keep this rational base, to make car the real seven-seater, you know, to make car which is giving you the space what you actually expect from the Skoda, but then as well to give him this emotionality that you feel and you enjoy that, because the life is not about only rationality. I think this combination was very challenging, but it's always, I mean, the brand is very nice atmosphere, and the way how all this works, it just for me such a car is always like the mirror of the company. Whatever you see here, you can imagine how the people are there working, and I think this represents us pretty well.
All right, on the size, you could have made it bigger. How did you decide where to sort of draw the line on that?
Of course, this is always the question: how big should be the car? But we believe that this is exactly the size what it fit for this today expectations. We have excellent huge space inside, but we are not unnecessarily too big from the outside. It's always surprising when you look at the car and you see how sporty and compact looks, but then it's nice surprise when you come in and you enjoy that big space.
Okay, that's a good point. So, as always, I want you to tell me somehow to find that one thing that represents Kodiaq to you in the design, your favorite element.
When we're standing now already by the front, I can say when you look the way how the car is standing and how the eyes are kind of sophisticated, how these four eyes are a little bit moved up, and the way how they now in nice combination, making the car not only strong but as well unique. I think this all is already giving the right character, because even by the human, the eyes are very important, and if this makes you kind of look at it often, it's just better. I mean, I will enjoy that.
You know, I have to say, every time we've met, I can see how much passion you speak about the cars and about them with so much passion. You always have a lot of pride. Today I can see you're looking so happy. You look very happy today. So I think that's great. Car looks fantastic. And
all the best.
You can see it. I mean, everybody's very excited by it. All the best to you.
Thank you a lot. And once more, all the best in India.
So now I have to unfortunately hand over the keys of the GLA back to Mercedes-Benz India, and so one last ride is what I'm going to go for. While I do that, quick programming note for you as well. The final episodes of the GLA adventure will be on air Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. on NDTV Prime. So definitely look out for that. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go do this while you can promise me to wear your seatbelts, wear your helmets,
Stay with CNB, always for the best from the world of automobiles.
Round 2 of the Indian National Rally Championship or INRC and the Indian Rally Championship or IRC were held recently in Nashik. INRC and IRC are rallying series organised by the Federation of Motorsports Clubs of India or FMSCI and Ramakrishna Race Performance Management. This year's championship had kicked off with the Rally of Maharashtra last month. And now the rallying series heads to Nashik for the second round of the championship series. In case you're wondering, this is how the INRC and IRC are different. Indian drivers in Indian cars are eligible for the INRC, while Indian or foreign drivers in Indian or foreign cars are eligible for the IRC. The Rally of Maharashtra, as the Nashik leg is called, started its proceedings with the pre-event scrutiny of the cars and shakedown, where the drivers showed us a glimpse of their skills. The driving tracks covered by the teams are around Bhandardara on the outskirts of Nashik. They were divided into 3 special stages: Alpha Stage or Special Stage 1 and 4, Beta Stage or Special Stage 2 and 5, Gamma Stage or Special Stage 3 and 6. The 32 teams included top drivers like Gaurav Gill, Amit Rajit Ghosh and Sunny Sidhu. The INRC received 27 entries through its various classes. The Rally of Maharashtra came to a glorious end as Gaurav Gill and Musa Sharif of Team Mahindra Adventures stormed to victory in the INRC round. Abhilash PG and Shrikant Gowda bagged top honours in the IRC round. The winners were awarded the trophies by Madhav Nene and Bijoy Kumar from Mahindra, along with the prize money of 50,000 rupees. The Rally of Maharashtra saw heavy rainfall during a lot of the stages, and the wet tarmac gave drivers a great challenge. The action will now head to Gurgaon for the third round of a 5-event calendar.
Mercedes-Benz presents The Great Overland Adventure every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. on NDTV Prime.